What happens when a hospital loses its technology in the middle of its busiest holiday weekend? No monitors, no computers, no digital charts, just clipboards, chaos, and doctors pushed to their breaking point. But the real crisis in episode 8 isn't the blackout. It's the fractures forming between the people who are supposed to hold everything together. Because in this trailer, we don't just see a hospital going analog. We see trust collapsing in real time. And by the end of this episode, someone may not recover from the pressure. Welcome back. Today we're breaking down the episode 8 trailer of The Pitt season 2, and this one signals total system failure, emotional breaking points, and a power struggle that could redefine the entire ER. This video will contain spoilers. We'll go scene by scene through the trailer, analyze hidden meanings, explore character tensions, and discuss theories about what could happen when the ER is pushed back into the dark ages. Because this episode isn't just about losing technology, it's about what happens when the systems holding people together begin to fail too. The analog apocalypse. The trailer opens with a single image that instantly defines the episode's theme, a whiteboard. Not a monitor, not a tablet, a whiteboard. For younger residents, this isn't just outdated, it's unfamiliar. And that's the point. This isn't nostalgia, it's regression. The ER is being forced to operate like it's the late 90s or early 2000s, an era where patient tracking depended on handwriting, memory, and constant verbal communication. And in a controlled environment, that might work, but this isn't controlled. This is the 4th of July weekend. Patients are flooding in from a hospital under cyberattack. The system is down, and every second matters. The whiteboard isn't just a tool, it's a symbol of vulnerability. As you can see, we're going old school analog. Dr. Robbie's tone isn't confident, it's strained. When Dr. Mohan asks for how long, and Robbie replies, "Great question," we see something rare. He doesn't know. And that uncertainty isn't just logistical, it's personal.
Robbie wasn't consulted. He wasn't informed. He found out with everyone else. For a man who defines himself by his leadership in the ER, that's not just frustrating, it's destabilizing. Because if he's not the one in control during a crisis, then who is he here? When Dr. Al-Hashimi finishes the sentence, "It could be up to 24 hours, she steps into a vacuum Robbie couldn't fill. She was consulted because of her cyber-attack training. Logically, it makes sense. Emotionally, it feels like replacement. Robbie's sarcasm, "then you can tell everybody what to do," isn't about her confidence. It's about his fear of becoming irrelevant. This is what the blackout really exposes. Not technical failure, but a shift in power. This is the Dark Ages. Ogilvy's exaggeration reveals a deeper truth. The new generation relies on systems. The older generation relied on instincts. Episode 8 becomes a forced experiment. What happens when modern medicine loses its digital scaffolding? Who adapts? Who freezes? Who steps up? And who realizes they never learned to function without the system?
Mel isn't reacting to the blackout. She's reacting to everything. Her deposition is hours away. Patients are flooding in. The system is down. This is cumulative stress. And the trailer subtly shows her reaching a breaking point, not through panic, but through quiet overwhelm. Mel isn't dramatic. She endures. And that's what makes her vulnerable. When Dr. Langdon tries to inspire the team, think of it like Back to the Future. He knocks over the clipboard holder. It's played lightly, but visually it's a warning. The past isn't charming, it's chaotic, and trying to romanticize regression won't stop it from overwhelming them. Dr. Mohan's reply, or possibly the Titanic, reframes the moment. This isn't a nostalgic return, it's a potential disaster. Dr. Rappert's call for a zone defense system is the episode's first real attempt at control. North, Central, South, trauma. This isn't just logistics, it's survival. Without digital tracking, the ER must become physical space management, a battlefield map where every zone determines patient flow and outcomes. This is war triage disguised as hospital protocol, and it shows how close the ER is to collapse. Dana and Emma, a potential crisis. Dana's line, "Are you effing kidding me?" inside what appears to be a storage or refrigeration area, suggests something has gone wrong. The most likely theory, evidence from Alana's examination. If the swabs are missing or compromised, the consequences are devastating. Not just legally, emotionally. Because survivors already struggle with reporting. If evidence disappears, it reinforces the belief that justice is impossible. And that's a tragedy the show has been building toward.
Did you sign up for the patient? This isn't just protocol. It's rivalry. Ogilvy and Javadi represent two residents fighting for the same future. In a digital system, assignments are clear. In an analog system, ambiguity creates conflict. And conflict under pressure reveals character. Who follows rules? Who cuts corners? Who prioritizes ego over patience? Episode 8 will likely push their rivalry to a breaking point. You managing this crisis okay? This question from Dr. Jefferson lands like an accusation because Robbie isn't managing, he's reacting. Walking through a sea of paperwork and down screens, he looks less like a leader and more like a man watching his domain slip out of his hands. The blackout strips away the illusion of control, and for Robbie, control is identity. Without it, he doesn't know who he is. Next time, inform the department chair before it hits the fan. This isn't professional feedback, it's wounded pride. Al-Hashimi's calm response, that she was called due to her training, contrasts sharply with Robbie's emotional reaction. She represents adaptation, he represents resistance. And this tension isn't about this crisis, it's about the future of the ER, who leads it, who defines it, who belongs in it. 1. Loss of control. Technology gave the illusion of mastery. Its absence reveals fragility. 2. Identity in crisis. Who are you when your role disappears? 3. Generational divide. Skill versus system dependence. 4. Trust under pressure. Breakdowns in communication become breakdowns in relationships. Theory. Robbie may step down early.
The trailer suggests Robbie is nearing a breaking point. If he loses control during the blackout, he may choose to step away before his sabbatical begins, not as rest, but as retreat. This would transform his departure from planned leave into emotional surrender. Theory. Al-Hashimi's past will resurface. With systems down, AI charting gone, and chaos rising, Al-Hashimi is forced into direct, high-pressure decision-making. This mirrors conflict zone medicine, where she trained. The blackout may trigger memories of Kabul, connecting her trauma to baby Jane Doe and deepening her character arc. Theory. Evidence loss will test Alana's case. If the swabs are compromised, the show may explore a painful reality. Justice systems often fail survivors. Dana's reaction suggests emotional fallout, not procedural inconvenience. Theory. Langdon's redemption arc continues. Langdon's attempt to inspire the team shows growth, but his clumsiness, literally knocking things over, suggests he's still finding his footing. Episode 8 may test whether redemption is about intention or competence. The bigger message. This episode isn't about technology failing. It's about the illusion that technology was ever the thing holding the hospital together. It was always people. And people are messy, emotional, flawed. When the system disappears, what remains is human, and human systems are far more fragile. Robbie will lose emotional control during the crisis, exposing his fear of being replaced. Probable outcome. The analog system will cause a medical error or near miss, highlighting the dangers of regression. Wild guess. A patient outcome during the blackout will permanently alter a doctor's career path. Episode 8 looks less like a medical crisis and more like a psychological one. The ER is losing its systems, leaders are losing their authority, and trust is starting to fracture. Because when the screens go dark, you can't hide behind protocols. You're left with your choices, your instincts, and the consequences. What do you think will happen when the ER goes fully analog? Will Robbie hold it together or fall apart? And is technology really the backbone of modern medicine, or just the illusion of control? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more deep breakdowns of The Pitt Season 2, don't forget to subscribe, because the chaos is only just beginning.